Hey, football fans, back on the channel for something special. The top highlights from the epic clash between the 49ers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 58. Today we're diving into the jaw-dropping plays that earned someone that coveted MVP title. So get ready, hit that like button, and let's get into the action. Alright folks, imagine this. It's game day, and the energy is electric. The 49ers and the Chiefs step onto the field, ready to battle it out for glory. It's not just a game, it's a roller coaster of emotions. Imagine the first quarter as a warm-up dance. The 49ers are playing it cool with their defense, and the Chiefs are throwing some serious punches with their offense. It's a brainy chess game on the field. The Kansas City Chiefs earn the Super Bowl once again. In Super Bowl 58's overtime, Patrick Mahomes planned a 75-yard touchdown drive that gave the Chiefs their second straight NFL title, this time a 25-22 win over the San Francisco 49ers. It was only the second overtime game in Super Bowl history, and Kansas City became the first team to secure back-to-back titles since the New England Patriots in 2003-04. The 2020 game, which saw the Chiefs defeat the 49ers 31-20 in the end, was a rematch in this year's Super Bowl. The Chiefs were playing their fourth Super Bowl in the previous 5 seasons. The 49ers were playing in their second. After defeating Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Bucks in 2021, the Chiefs won over the 49ers in 2020 and the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023. The 49ers played in the 2013 game, losing to the Baltimore Ravens before the 2020 Super Bowl matchup with the Chiefs. Mecole Hardman, one of the few players to win 3 or more Super Bowl MVP honors, caught a 3-yard pass from Mahomes, ending the 13-play walk-off scoring drive. The 49ers' Jake Moody had just struck a 27-yard field goal to end a 13-play, 6-6-yard drive that had put San Francisco ahead of Kansas City to begin the extra period. For Kansas City, the championship-winning drive was a must-score, highlighted by a 4th-and-1 run by quarterback Patrick Mahomes and a crucial 7-yard catch by tight end Travis Kelce. The Chiefs had to respond to the Niners' field goal because of the new NFL postseason overtime rules, which give both teams at least one possession in the extra frame. After halftime, when the defense dominated the first 30 minutes of play, scoring picked up the heat with 34 points scored. With a touchdown pass from wide receiver Jauan Jennings to quarterback Christian McCaffrey in the second quarter, head coach Kyle Shanahan gave the Niners an early 10-0 lead. San Francisco had a 10-3 lead at the half. Early in the third quarter, the 49ers took the lead thanks to a score by wide receiver Jauan Jennings, but the Chiefs fought to reclaim the lead again. The fourth quarter was tied 16-16 at the halfway point. 3 seconds remained and the Chiefs tied the game, but San Francisco took the lead once more, 19-16. The game was all turnovers, with backs having a difficult time holding onto the football and both sides making serious mistakes. While McCaffrey stumbled on the opening play of the game but finished with 160 yards overall, Jennings was powerful for San Francisco, such as scoring the game's last touchdown. Later in the second quarter, with the Chiefs still without a point and having set up a possible first and goal from the Niners' 9-yard line, running back Isaiah Pacheco also lost the ball, and the Niners were able to recover. Harrison Butker, the Chiefs' kicker, missed a 28-yard field goal with 20 seconds left in the first half, the only point the team scored. Despite only gaining 79 yards from offense in their first 4 drives, the Chiefs were within a score after the kick, largely because of another great effort by Kansas City's defense. Despite Kansas City's offensive flaws, the Chiefs managed to keep them within striking distance by holding San Francisco, the league's 3rd best scoring team in the regular season, to just 10 points during its first 5 possessions. After Usher's halftime show, Mahomes threw a pick-6 to start the third quarter, which led to the offensive weakness. To challenge San Francisco, Kansas City was clearly in need of a break. Later that year, the Super Bowl completely changed. Chiefs punter Butker shot a Super Bowl record 57 yards from the field goal line to turn a fumble punt, off the heel of Niners special teamer Darrell Luter Jr., into a score at the red zone. Mahomes found Marquez Valdez-Scantling crossing the goal line in the subsequent game. They were kept out of the end zone up until that point. Thus, Kansas City started the game ahead 13-10. After a missed extra point, Jennings' touchdown catch sealed a 75-yard drive that put the Niners back ahead 16-13. After former Philadelphia Eagles player Nick Foles, the wide receiver became the second person in Super Bowl history to both throw and grab a touchdown. After driving to the Chiefs' 3-yard line, Butker's 24-yard field goal ended the game, and Moody's 53-yard attempt tied it. Still, Mahomes completed a 2-minute drill with success, and with 3 seconds left in regulation, Butker added a 29-yard field goal to force overtime. In the game, Butker and Moody teamed to go 7 of 7 on field goals, putting on historic performances. Before Butker beat him, Moody had already set the Super Bowl record with a 55-yard field goal to begin the second quarter. Mahomes was excellent. He ran for 66 yards on 9 carries and completed 34 of 46 throws for 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. In the first half, the 49ers defense frequently knocked him off his spot, but he sent the ball around. 8 pass catchers had at least 2 receptions and overcame them slowly but steadily. Mahomes became just the 3rd player to receive the MVP award back-to-back after Terry Bradshaw in the 13th and 14 and Bart Starr in 1 and 2. With his 3rd Super Bowl MVP, he now shares the top place with Tom Brady with 5 and Joe Montana with 3. While Hardman and Valdez-Scantling received Mahomes' touchdown passes, Kelsey finished with 93 yards and 9 receptions, spending most of the game in the second half in overtime. Star wide receiver Deebo Samuel only managed 41 yards overall due to injury, while Niners quarterback Brock Purdy completed 22 of 38 passes for 255 yards and a touchdown. Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes are the players that come to mind when it comes to the Chiefs dynasty. And for winning 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 years, they should take a big chunk of the credit. However, the defense was equally as good, if not more so, at times this season compared to the previous ones. In Super Bowl 58, the defense made enough touchdowns to keep the score close until Mahomes and his playmakers found their groove, even if the offense failed in the first half against the 49ers. Kansas City went down but was never defeated. The defense kept San Francisco's offense at bay to fulfill its obligation, even if the offense had trouble in the first half. Even though the offense was often given the ball away, Steve Spagnuolo's team kept the game within limits. The defense forced punts on the next 49ers drives in response to the Chiefs' 2 offensive turnovers in the game, allowing just 20 yards of total offense during those possessions. The defense was pushed back to the 9-yard line, but even in overtime, they bent but did not break, limiting the 49ers to a field goal. The drive's MVP Chris Jones put pressure on Purdy right away in a 3rd and 4 play that resulted in the field goal attempt. Naturally, Patrick Mahomes, the MVP of the Super Bowl, was the Chiefs' star offensive player. The 3-time Super Bowl champion guided his team through initial defeats and showed incredible skill in the final minutes. He completed 2 crucial 3rd-down passes in the final 2 minutes of regulation to keep his side in the game. Mahomes continued to lead his team to victory in overtime by using both his legs, capped off by a 4th and 1 run to move the chains in his arm. It was a close one, with both defenses playing brilliantly all night, but Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs won in a thrilling overtime Super Bowl. Similar to when they lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 4 years ago, the 49ers were up by 10 points but were unable to hold on because Mahomes wouldn't go down. He and his Chiefs dynasty have won 3 times in the last 5 years, so who's to say they won't be back next year to try for a hat trick once more? Well, that's a topic for another day, so for now, let's wrap up another incredible NFL season. Thanks for sticking with us throughout the video. Hit that like button, subscribe for more football fun, and tell us your thoughts down below. Until next time, keep the football fever alive.